Hey, my name is Nicole. I am the owner of Own the Moment Booth, a photo booth business based out of Florida. And this YouTube channel is dedicated to all things photo booth business. If you are an entrepreneur, if you're curious about the photo booth business, if you're brand new in the photo booth business, this channel is dedicated to you. Today I'm going to be talking about something that might be a little bit controversial and I might regret, but honestly, I think that it's just going to be so helpful. Today I'm going to be talking about pricing your photo booth. I'm going to share how I priced my photo booth, kind of where I started, and my journey in figuring out pricing. The purpose of this video is not to tell you to copy my method or copy my package at all. Just wanted to share it so it provides you with some sort of idea of all of the different ways that you can price your photo booth business. There's a lot of variables and a lot of thought that goes into pricing your business. Please take anything that I say in this video as opinion. I'm not your business. I'm not you. I don't know your situation. I just wanted to provide my insight and maybe inspire some new ideas for how to price your business. Okay, so to begin, I have a salsa photo booth. And so Photo Booth Supply Co. actually offers a template of a basic pricing guide. So they do offer that, which is actually really super helpful in if you have absolutely no idea where to start, no idea where to begin, you can always download that and kind of start from that. So the way you're going to access this graphic from Photo Booth Supply Co. is through their app. So app.photoboothsupplyco.com. Log in, and then go to marketing materials, scroll down until you get to salsa, and then salsa pricing table. And then they have two graphics that you can download and edit if you want, but they have, 3 packages and base prices. If you are completely starting from scratch, I think starting with 3 packages is going to be your best bet and offer your clients variety. What I recommend you do, and it's basically what I did, was I kind of took this and then I also did research in my area. Now, if you've watched some of my earlier YouTube videos, I kind of recommended this as well. Googling photo booths near me, gathering data from some of the top 3 to 5 businesses that pop up near you, finding out their pricing, finding out what they offer, identifying kind of what's unique and special about them. That research is going to be very helpful in identifying where maybe there are some gaps that you can fill and maybe bring some inspiration on some things that you can do in your business. When you start to do your research, you should have a few price points. You should be able to identify okay, I need to be around this average price to be competitive in my area, or I need to be higher or lower. You could also bump all of this and say, this is what I want to be, and then that's what you run with, and that's awesome too. There's so much about pricing that is just how you want to do your business, how you want to run your business, who your target market is, who your target client is, and how you want to value your time and your business and how you want to run it. So I think the better way to go about this is just to share with you what I did and go from there. I started out with 3 packages similar to Photo Booth Supply Co., but I did not start out at their pricing. Based on my research, my pricing was significantly less than what their starting was. Granted, there are photo booths in my area who are at that pricing. I just knew based on the clients where I was specifically at, that pricing was going to be too high. And also I was starting out. I knew nothing about photo booth business and starting out completely fresh. I had no previous experience in the photo booth industry. What I did bring to my business was years of customer service experience, years of sales experience, years in the event industry. I was very familiar with events of all different kinds. And so that knowledge is what I brought to my business, not specifically photo booth, photography, anything like that. My kind of mind frame when I set out with my business was, I'm just going to start and figure it out as I go. And honestly, I think that's the best thing to do because there's no way you're going to actually fully know your market unless you're in it. You're going to be able to grow and adapt and learn your community and learn your client as you go. Don't let pricing like stop you from starting. I don't know if that's a thing. It maybe is. Like, I know it was a very difficult part of this process for me to figure it out and just do it. But I will say I've adjusted my pricing many, many times. Because I got to know my clients, I got to know my community, I got to know where my business was taking me. So I had to adjust and pivot accordingly. When I started my packages, I started out with 3 packages. I started out with a digital package, a print package, and then like a luxury package. I think back then it was like silver, gold, diamond. Oh no, I actually had 4 packages, which I think is too much. But you know what? You do you. Back then, I just decided to do that. So I did silver, gold, diamond, and I think I ended up doing platinum. And it was like 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, and 5 hours. The first 2 packages were digital, and then the last 2 packages were print. I'm trying to remember, but I think that's what it was. And so it was a lot of like variables, and I'll get into that a little bit later, but that's kind of where I started at. So a lot of my bookings ended up being my gold and diamond, basically like my digital and my print. My first ever event was actually a print event, and that was actually the gold package but added prints. So that already was a clue to me that my clients weren't needing 4 hours, which was my print package, that they were actually preferring 3 hours. And so that was kind of like what was going on in my head at that time was, okay, maybe 4 hours is too much. Like maybe I need to reevaluate. But I kind of just kept it at that because I did want to at least set up some consistency and not be changing and fluctuating all the time. Because that's another thing to consider is you don't want to be changing your packages every other week. Your clients are going to get confused. If your client's not booking immediately and they're kind of like shopping around, you don't want to be changing it so much. That doesn't help your client trust you. So building trust is super important. So I would say when you do establish your pricing, kind of let it be for a little while and then you can adjust. Or you can make like small, minute adjustments as you go. So one of the first things I ended up changing was I think I dropped the silver package, which was my very, very base digital package. That was the first one I dropped because no one was booking it. No one was interested in it. And then I really started to book more the middle 2 packages and then some of my luxury package. One of the clues that I needed to make some adjustments came when my clients started to ask for discounts for the packages because they weren't needing as much time as I was offering. So they were asking questions like, okay, if I don't need a backdrop, will that reduce the price? Or if I only want this many hours, will that reduce the price? Which made me self-conscious about my pricing. I was like, am I priced too high? Like, I feel like I'm really actually low. But really it had to do with the time. And so that was one of the first things that I was like mulling through. Okay, how do I adjust these packages to better serve my clients and to not devalue from what I'm providing? And it never feels good to have clients ask for discounts. You always want to help your clients, have them have the best experience, but the goal is to have your clients book you for what you're worth and what you value yourself at and not ask for anything less. I made a decision about 5 months in that I wanted to start to price myself a little bit better and adjust some of the things that I was noticing weren't really working for me or my business, which was the hours and kind of what each package included. Something else that I was doing in all of my packages was I was customizing templates for each and every client, no matter what package they booked. So I was digital, templates, overlays, tap to start screens. I was customizing to each client every single time, which is great. It was a lot of practice for me, which I am so grateful for. If that's something that you want to do to get practice, definitely do that. And I think it really spoke to some clients. They really appreciated that. However, there were some that actually didn't care. They didn't care at all about the customization. They didn't have any value in it. And so I was providing something of value, then I was investing time and energy and effort and a lot of emailing back and forth to get it perfect. And the client wasn't really, it didn't really matter to them. There was no value in it for them. And that's totally fine. That's nothing against the client. It's just, that's not something that they cared about. I had to take a step back and realize like, no, that's actually like, that is valuable. It's time and effort and energy that I'm investing into creating something for them specifically. Because I was including it, I wasn't necessarily placing value in it. I think it all boils down to what you put value in is what your client is going to put value in. And what you don't put value in, you can't expect your client to put any value in or see the value in it. So what I noticed with my first round of packages, because I offered everything and included everything in my packages, there was no room for upgrades or add-ons or really additional revenue and income. There was no way to make it unique for my clients. And so that's when I kind of made a really, really big switch. What I did was I created 3 packages, and each package was the same amount of hours, but they all offered something different and unique to add value to each package. For example, my very bottom base package is base. No frills, no extras. It is photo booth, backdrop, 2 hours. And it's just photos. When you set out your packages, you want your client to go to the middle package. That's the goal. Middle or higher, right? My middle package, I knew I wanted to be the one that I send most of my clients to. So it was going to be fun. That's what I wanted it to be. This was specifically for events. So going to be curated props. It was going to be additional studio lighting. It was going to be photos and gifts, everything fun, everything you can possibly imagine. Fun, customized templates, customized tap to start screen. This is the experience, the photo booth experience for you. And so what that resulted in was almost all of my clients go from my middle package now. Very, very few. I think I've only had one booking at the very, very base package. Almost every single time I can get my client to pick my middle package, which was the goal. And then I have very few that pick the exclusive, like my top package. But again, like now that I've launched my new packages, I'm kind of reevaluating. Okay, like how can I add more value? How can I get more people to book that higher package? And so I'm reevaluating that. That's kind of the process. Is everything is an experiment. And so you can try things and see if they work. And if they don't, figure it out. The reason why I went with 2 hours was because 2 hours was kind of the minimum hours that I was seeing my clients were needing. And then they were all digital. So then from there, what was super great about this was I was able to have a lot of upgrade options, a lot of add-ons available to clients so that they could customize it according to them. If they had the budget and wanted prints, they could add prints. If they wanted to have something else, maybe like video or an audio guest book or a memory book or glam or anything like that, they could add that on. I found that to be really incredibly helpful because, like I said before, I was including some of those things in my packages when my clients didn't ask for it and they didn't want it, they didn't care for it. It's like getting that freebie that you never really asked for, and so you don't care about it, you don't use it, it just gets thrown away or donated or something. And so I was like, well, no, there's value in these things that I'm offering, so I need to place value in it. It's kind of like this great way to build your photo booth experience, and it's very much a la carte, and I really love that. I think it's allowed me to get a lot more income than I think I ever anticipated, because clients are getting to choose the experience that they want to have. And I'm placing value, monetary value, in the experience I'm providing and the additional features I'm providing. What it comes down to is, are you sharing the value? With anything that you do in your business, are you sharing the vision, sharing the value, and sharing the why? You can't just price something at $700 and say, no, this is the price. unless you're able to tell your client, no, this is why its price is high. This is what you're getting. Or when you hire me to provide you with a photo booth experience, this is what you're receiving. And sharing value can come in the way you talk about your business, the way you explain your packages. It can come in the way that you market your experience. For me, I am huge on making memories. I am huge on the sentimental value of making memories. I am huge on sharing that vision. And so I share it constantly. And everything I say and do, I'm talking about owning the moment, capturing your memories, keeping your memories, sharing your memories. I am very much memory oriented, which has a very deep emotional tie with people, because we all want to make memories with our loved ones and those we care about. And we get to be part of events where that is celebrated. And that's why we're here. That's why we're at events. We're there to capture the memories and to have a fun experience, but it's always with those that they love and care about. And so that vision in mind, it's super important that you incorporate that in everything that you do. So if you have this package, why is that important to your client? Who is your client that package is for? Even while I'm thinking about my packages, like my entertainment package is called an entertainment package because it's for that fun photo booth experience. If you want a fun photo booth experience, this is the package for you. And that verbiage is in my package descriptions. And then I also have like my base package. Hey, if you want something that is no frills, you want a photo booth experience, this is for you. Or if you want the luxury experience, this is for you, and then go into detail of why it's priced that way. And not necessarily like this dollar equals this much. No, just explain the value. Share the value. If you want a luxury experience, you're provided with this additional service that gives you all the things that you need for the best, most luxurious event. But with anything that you decide to do for your business, I would highly recommend that you share the vision, share it constantly, share it consistently, and be knowledgeable. Be knowledgeable about what you're offering. Be knowledgeable about what a GIF is and explain how you can use it at your event. Explain what a boomerang is and how fun it can be. Get creative. Come prepared with ideas on how to incorporate that and make it valuable to the client. Know the benefits and features of your booth so that you're able to kind of share that value with your client. Okay, all of that to say, as a recap, pricing your photo booth is going to require a lot of research, a lot of thought, and a real understanding of who you are, who your ideal client is, and what service you want to provide to them. A lot of your pricing is going to depend on your experience, your expertise. If you are brand new in the photo booth business like me, do you provide excellent customer service? Do you provide professional experience? Do you provide multiple attendants? Do you provide drop-offs so it's the lowest price and you get it for this many amount of hours and all day fun? Whatever it is, make sure that you are sharing your value, share your vision, and be excited about what you're offering. Mindset is everything. And so have confidence in yourself and have confidence in your business. It can be hard when you price yourself and you hear someone say, I would never pay that. Then that's okay. They're not the ideal client for you and you'll find your client. Sometimes that takes work. Sometimes that takes patience. I don't have time to share this today, but something I do want to talk about in future videos is whether or not you should do free events when you first start out. This is a hot topic and there are lots of opinions about it, so I definitely think it's something worth discussing. But I want to hear down below your thoughts on how you price your packages, what you think about when you maybe decided on your package pricing, the benefits that you see, and maybe some of the negatives. Let's chat about it. Maybe we can learn something new from each other down below in the comments. And if you haven't already, please subscribe and like this video, share it with a friend. And I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you have the best possible day. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys.